What's going on, everybody? Rage and Voting here, bringing you your video for today. Today we're going to focus a little bit on VGC. We're going to talk about champions, we're going to talk about worlds, and we're going to talk about where we go after that. So first things first, with champions, new stat point system I think is the first thing that we need to focus on. There is going to be 66 stat points, which is 252, 252 plus 12 technically, I guess, because the first 4 EVs is a stat, and then every 8 EVs after that is a stat, which would be 65. But with the stat points, we get 66. So we actually get a whole extra stat point is what it's looking at right now. So that's going to be really interesting. As well, we don't know if IVs are going to be in the game at this point. We have held items confirmed. We have a run button confirmed. We have double battles confirmed. We have stat points, aka EVs confirmed. We don't know if they're going to be continue to call EVs or if we're just moving over to stat points and EVs and IVs are going to be going away. We don't know. We won't know until 2026 when the game comes out. But what is important to know is that you can get Pokemon in-game, you can connect home, but we don't know how all of that's going to come together because as you train in Scarlet and Violet, we have EVs and IVs. And if you connect through home, we don't know if those IVs automatically go maxed, if they're going to match, if IVs are in the game. We don't know yet. But the important thing to note is that VGC is changing, and it's going to change in a huge way. We don't know if tournament matches will be played on Champions yet. We don't know if official formats are going to be that way, or if it's going to be kind of a free-for-all, use whatever gimmick you want sort of thing. We don't know yet. Like I said, 2026 is still far away. You know, we're only halfway through 25 at this point. And we don't know when in 26. We don't know if it's early. We don't know if it's late. Post-Worlds, pre-Worlds, we have no idea. If it's going to be pre-Worlds, I would assume it's pretty close to Worlds 26, so that it gives people enough time to get the game, download it, start unlocking things, start unlocking features, getting the in-game currency, figuring out home connectivity. I don't know if it's going to drop with home connectivity or if it's going to come later like it did with Scarlet and Violet. But we know that it's going to have those things. We just don't know when all of that's going to happen. But the reason I'm stating all of this is to talk about Scarlet and Violet and Worlds 26. Since Champions will not be releasing, we are playing another year of VGC on Scarlet and Violet cartridges. Fun fact, Switch 2s have been approved for the upcoming Worlds and henceforth. So if you have a Switch 2, you can get the free update and you can play your VGC matches on your Switch 2 now. That all being said, we are already playing dual restricteds. Last time was Sword and Shield, the final and, well, only era, thanks to COVID, of VGC was GS Cup. It ran from January to August. That whole year was played dual restricteds, and then Sword and Shield's lifetime ended. We moved on to Scarlet and Violet. Currently in Scarlet and Violet, we are playing dual restricteds, and we have been since... Has it been the beginning of this year? No, we played Regulation G a little bit. For a few months, we've been playing Regulation I dual restricteds. We're having Worlds come up. So, are we going to continue dual restricteds? Are we going to play more than a year of this format? I don't think so. Will we go back to dual restricteds for Worlds? Entirely possible. But at least for the beginning of the season, I think we could see some shakeup. And what I think that shakeup is going to be Regulation H plus Paradox Pokemon. So Legendaries banned, Treasures of Ruin, Urshifu, Ogerpon, Restricteds gone, but we will still have the Paradox Pokemon within that regulation, which is interesting. With Regulation H, we saw a lot of uptick of Sneasler, we saw a lot of uptick of Basculegion, Archaludon, Garchomp, and Dragonite. Pokemon that were already good, but fell off a little bit when the Paradox Pokemon came in. I mean, we don't know about Archaludon and Sneasler and stuff, but Pokemon that were good during Regulation H, like Kingambit and Ursaluna and can't think of any other examples right now, but they were good during Regulation E, F, whatever, when Paradox and stuff were allowed. So I think that we will see Regulation H plus Paradoxes, and I don't really think that they'll shake it up too much. Adding Fluttermane to any metagame shakes it up, but Fluttermane. I think that we'll still see Sneasler usage. I think we'll still see high rain usage. Basculegion outspeeds and KOs Fluttermane really easily when it's raining. And so I think that we're going to kind of go back to that, and it's going to feel really similar. When you add in the paradoxes like that, where there's no Miraidon or Koraidon to set up their weather or terrains for them, you really are only adding like Fluttermane, Iron Hands. Iron Hands really not even caring about its ability at all. Fluttermane, as we've seen a million times, takes advantage of booster energy. Maybe Iron Bundle, maybe Great Tusk, and like really that's it. The other ones are super niche. Sandy Shocks sees a little niche usage. Roaring Moon and Iron Jugulus a little bit as booster energy tailwind setters. Probably will make a high resurgence, but really other than that, it wouldn't shake up too much from what Regulation H was. Annihilate will still be good. Kingambit will still be good. Rain with Basculegion Archaludon will still be good. Coaching Sneasler will still be good. Unburden, Psychic Seed Sneasler I'm sure will still be good. Trying to think if there's, what were the other archetypes? Goldango will still be good. And Dondozo will still be good. And I think that a lot of people would find that metagame fun. A lot of people liked Regulation H. It offered a bit more variety. Snow kind of was in there. Alolan Ninetales was kind of doing its thing. So I think that that could be where we go, at least for the first few months after Worlds. Maybe we would go back to Regulation F for a little bit after that, and then from there, I don't know. I did not think that we were getting another year of Scarlet and Violet. I honestly thought Champions was dropping in 25, and I'm a little shocked that it isn't, but I'm happy because clearly they're telling us we need more time. This trailer that we're showing you is a bit unfinished, and there's going to be some other stuff, which is good. In the trailer, we didn't see Terrestrialization, we didn't see Dynamax, we didn't see a Z move used, we didn't see a Mega Evolution used in like the actual gameplay. In the first teaser trailer, we saw it in the cinematic version, but we didn't see the in-game version, which tells me that they're working more on making the graphics and all that cleaner, which is good. But now I just really don't know where Scarlet and Violet is going to go. And I really do think it's going to be towards that. The other really out there theory would be that Mythicals become allowed, which would be insane. And I don't think that's going to happen. Mythicals are banned for the reason that they're so unobtainable. Whether it be from old generations, you have to transfer them up, or now you have to complete the Pokédex in Pokemon Home to get a Mythical. They're just so unattainable. And that would be a barrier for a lot of players. So I really don't think they're going to go that route, especially for official. Maybe in the transition period, they'll do it like they did Sword and Shield, where they're just like, heck, Scarlet and Violet's not out yet, but there's no more official tournaments till it is. So on the Battle Stadium ladder, have at it. As many restricteds, mythicals, as whatever as you want. I can see them doing that post-Worlds 26, but not pre-Worlds 26. Definitely not for Worlds 26, that's for sure. This has been a lot of me ranting about what I think is good about Champions and, where we could go with Scarlet and Violet. So I definitely want to hear your comments. So let me know down below. Let's turn this into a bit of a discourse, a discussion. If there's more to talk about in another video, I could do a follow-up next week once we have more information. What maybe I need to do more research. Maybe you guys have something for me, so we could always do a follow-up, kind of talk more about it. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on that follow-up video if there is one, / any future content, news, battles. I do a bunch of... We're Pokemon here. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!